Your next question was, how can you afford to travel and study all the time? Because you'd like to do it too. Well, it has to deal with the fact that I'm not I don't stick with one race. Like, I'm not racially bound to be amongst European people. I tend to melt into other cultures, other races, and I practice the religion and become friends with people from around the world. These become your contacts. And contacts are good because they can teach you how to live in foreign places, foreign countries. They can also assist you in your move by providing you with cheap transportations, cheap food supply, cheap housing. You know, you got to have these contacts. And this is one of the things I do. One of the methods is that I don't particularly stick it with one race. I indulge with people of other cultures, races, languages, and I'm so friendly with them that you know, these are good people. They'll do anything for you. And one of the tricks to traveling is when you travel to an area, stay away from the majority and go for the minority. The minority people are more than happy that you'd spend time with them and learn their languages and culture, and they'll do anything for you. They're good people, and they just you know, they like making a friend from the majority section, and that's how I do that part of it. Now, I also work. Wherever you go, you got to have a job. Now, I highly recommend that you get a university degree or a college accreditation or something like that, because you need to work wherever you go. You got to constantly keep working. You can't just sit around, travel somewhere, and you're just sitting there spending money. You have to work wherever you go. That's another part of what I do. Also, I have friends and family around the Pacific Rim and in Asia. And these are good people, and these are good friends that I've known for years, and I can rely upon them and contact them to help me with this project. Plus, occasionally I get sponsorship, but it's not very often. Also, keep your eyes open for cheap transportation sources. Don't overburden yourself with luggage. That's another problem. You know, keep it down to a minimum. Remember, you could buy whatever you need wherever you're going. As far as education goes, I love to learn. You know, I studied medicine, I studied law, and you know, I have a degree, and I have parts of a degree here, and several certificates from college. And, you know, learning's a constant situation. But I've narrowed it down now that I'm getting older. I've narrowed it down to I'm going to study to become a professor and film director of documentary films, and that's one of the important parts of this project that I'm working on. So where does the finance come from? Well, again, I just work for it. Now, the saving part is critical, and keep in mind that I can't go into bars, pubs, taverns, and whatnot, so I don't know how much money you people spend on bars, taverns, nightclubs, going night clubbing. I don't spend anything. The money that you guys spend every week on that social activity, keep in mind that that goes into my pocket to use for travel. I do not have a car, don't own a car. I gave my car up back in 2002. I had a Japanese car. It's not, you know, it was a pure Japanese car. It was not built in North America. It was shipped here from Japan, and it was stolen in 2002, and I never bought a car since. I've used either company cars or rented. Mostly I stick with mass transit, which is extremely cheap if you buy the not tickets, but the passes. I get airline deals. For instance, a fly to Calgary, $130, I think it was, from Halifax. The airlines have been very The airlines have been very helpful to me. I don't waste money buying expensive foods unless I'm entertaining. I don't travel to a lot of restaurants unless I'm with somebody else, unless I'm on a date. I don't go there by myself. I don't have a wife. I don't have children. There's no girlfriend. There's no pets. Well, not anymore. And all that money, you think of all that expenditure, that comes back to me. I don't lose it. My housing is very cheap. I try to live with immigrants because I want to learn from them. Plus, I want to help them out to adjust to living in Canada. And if there's any way that I can, I like to see them with a better life. And if I could participate in helping them have a better life, then that's a major plus in my happiness level. Very seldom do I live with European people. I mean Canadian whites. It just doesn't happen. I live with immigrants. That is extremely cheap way to live too, because if you're looking for a room or an apartment, if you go with stay with immigrants, then you're going to pay. Believe me, you're going to pay maybe 30 to 50% less for everything, for your accommodation. You know, and you add all these things up. Now, education is not that expensive. It really isn't, if you know what you're doing. And you don't have to take like 5 classes at a time. You're going to take 1 class at a time. It takes you forever to get things done, but it's cheap and it does the job. As far as transportation goes, when I did have a car, I repaired it myself because I know everything about automobiles, and I have all the equipment to repair it. For example, on my Japanese car, the exhaust system, if I had it replaced, would be about $500. I built one of the swing set for nothing. The swing set I found in somebody's garbage, and the exhaust system worked, and it passed safety inspection, which is required in Nova Scotia. So that's how I do that. Do you have Asperger syndrome? I'm thinking maybe that was an inner ear infection. I have not heard of that. It sounds like something brought on by food poisoning, or maybe venom from a snake or something like that. I will have to look that up on Google and get back to you on that later in this video, because I really don't know what that means.
Microphone check, yo, microphone wreck. Go to war like a vet on the lyrical set, cause I'm a soldier, hitting you with words like boulders, claiming the vocal throne, pulling mics out the stone. Airwaves, I roam like a cellular phone. I hate snakes like Indiana Jones. My rhyme hot like coffee, dipping tracks like stones, lacing tracks like Teflon, rhymes busting through your bones. I get you high like